So the story begins with Casey, this little jackass, playing, I think it was Frisbee. And he's like, yo, Dadarino, let's play some Frisbee, boy. And then Dad's like, screw you, kid, I gotta work on my plants. And he's like, well, that shucks, that fucking sucks. Then Margaret's like, hey, yo, Casey, my brother, let me play with you. And they do. And they're like, you know what? Dad's been acting really, really weird since he lost his job. He's like always in the basement, and he's never paying attention. He didn't even call me by my name. Anyways, yeah, they're not too happy about Dad's hobby of going in the basement alone with plants. I would be a little concerned as well. Anyways, their mom has to go to some place. I don't even remember where it was, but their mom's got to go to a place because their aunt is sick and she's got to go take care of her for some reason. I don't know why she's the one that has to do it, but she is. She gets to go to that place. They're stuck at home with Dad, which doesn't sound bad in the slightest. But turns out it's bad in the mostest. That is an awful phrasing. Anyways, turns out their dad has been doing weird stuff with the plants. They try to go down in the basement. They do go down in the basement. And the basement, turns out, is full of plants. Who would have guessed? Anyways, so turns out these aren't your average plants. They are anaplants. They're animal plant hybrids. And so Casey takes off his shirt because it's hot and has to go back down there to get his shirt. They get caught in the basement. Who saw that coming? And their dad is just like, you know what? Hey, don't go in the basement, please. And they're like, sure, Dad, we won't go in the basement. Yeah, then they go back in the basement. And they get caught again. And Dad is like, stop going in the basement. So then they're like, you know what? If we can't go in the basement, we'll just go to our friend's house. And they do. And then when they come home, Casey's just like, hey, yo, Dad, catch. And the dad does not catch. And his hat falls off. And oh my God, he has plants on his head. Wow, that is spooky. So spooky. And so they're like, Dad, why do you have leaves on your head? And he's like, I don't know. Actually, he does know. He says that it's stupid, non-scientific stuff. I cut my hand and it fused with the plants, obviously. I wish I was making that up, but that's the literal excuse. Anyways, he once again tells them, don't go in the basement, and then goes to the basement. But then one night, Margaret oversees. Margaret sees her father in the bathroom, looking at a cut hand. And here's the kicker. He doesn't bleed red, he bleeds green! Spooky! So spooky! Oh my gosh! So she's freaked out for some reason. She's like, this isn't natural. I'm kind of scared right now. Kind of just a little terrified. And then just sees her dad eating plant food, doing all this stuff. Anyways, their mom is coming home. They go back in the basement for some reason. And they find their dad just kind of tied up. And so they're like, hey, yo, Dad, you want free? And he's like, yes, please. And they free him. And he's like, dude that you've been living with is actually a plant clone? And they're like, what? This makes exactly 0 sense. And he's like, yeah, I know. It doesn't. Anyways, Plant Dad comes back. He's like, yo, whoa, why'd you set him free? That's the plant clone. And they're like, and then he's like, no, I'm not the plant clone. You're the plant clone. And then they're like, oh shit, what do we do? And then one of them's like, hey, yo, princess. And then she's like, oh, I know what to do. I'll grab a knife, stab the one that called me princess, and see if he bleeds red. He does. Spoiler alert. And the dude, she gives him the axe, chops the plant dad in half. And the plant dad is dead. And dad just kind of, burns all of the plants, except for a couple, which he plants in the backyard. Later on, Margaret goes outside, and one of the plants, they're just like, hey, yo, I'm your real dad. I'm your real dad. Not a very good twist ending, gotta say.